Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all good? I hope so. Y'all, let me know how y'all been feeling about Heart and Hustle Houston. Like, have you been feeling it? Do you not feel it anymore? Because I've been seeing a couple of comments where the people's like, okay, I'm over this show. I thought it was going to be different. I thought we was going to get more of a positive feel based off the first season. And I've seen people say, I like the show. I'm still going to rock with it, right? We've been talking about Precious for 8 episodes, but I still, see it for this show. I've also seen people change how they feel about the cast. You have some people who feel like, oh, look, Brenda was so sweet in the first season, but now I don't know about her. She mean, she this, she that. They talk about Chloe. They say Chloe talk too much and she messy. They feel like Manera is a lapdog. They feel like Latoya always playing the victim. She always sad about something. They feel like Ro. A lot of people like Ro, and then you have the people who feel like Ro don't listen. She tried to take over the conversation. One minute she wanted everything to work out, then when she over it, she feel like everybody should be over it. And I know I saw a few people say that in the scene at Chloe's event, and she was like, okay, we're done talking about it. And Chloe was like, y'all don't want to talk about it anymore. And she's like, we're done with it. And it was like, that didn't even make sense. And for me, the thing that I don't really like, and we've dealt with this with other reality shows like Love and Marriage Huntsville, Bell Collector, whatever. I don't like when cast members try to call the viewers slow or y'all stupid or this, that, and the other, as if we don't know that, oh, that scene was probably longer than that. Oh, they cut that and put that together like that. Like, this is what we do. We watch these shows, whether you a content creator or just a regular viewer making comments on Instagram or tweeting or whatever. We know all of that. The thing is, we can only respond, react, review what they show us at 8/7 Central on Saturday night on. That's all we can do. Because I think it was Labrina, Ashley, and Manera. They went live and somebody asked some type of question. And Manera, she long-winded child. So she had to go into, well, y'all don't see this, and that was a long time, and they sliced this together. And you have people in the comments like, yeah, we know that. Because basically, again, we can only recap, react to what we see on TV. That's it. There's no reason to get mad at the viewers by the way that they're responding. Like, when they come and do their lives after the show, yes, that fill in a lot of blanks. It put a lot of pieces to the puzzle where we may have felt, okay, now hold up, now that didn't make any sense how that was put together. But don't be coming at us because we're reacting to what we see. And me personally, I don't give a look about none of that, about, oh, this was an hour. I don't care. I do not care. I can only go by this. That's just, I think somebody, Ashley brought up someone making a comment like, why is it when Latoya was telling you how she felt and then you brought up your grandma, she was like y'all didn't realize that there was a lot of talking going on and they just put that together. Don't say it like that, because you, in my opinion, whether it was edited that way or it flowed that way, in my opinion, she did the same thing when she was talking to Ro. Okay? When she was sitting over there explaining to Latoya why she felt away, when she wants to know why she had to pay for her limit drop, and then she bring the little limit drop situation with her. And she said, oh, well, I was really going through, because she talked about her grandma passed. The way that they put it together when she was talking to Ro, and she was, Ro said that, yeah, what really ticked her off is what Chloe came back and said about, you own and I manage this, that, and the other. Now, when Ashley was on live, she said that I said that. Now, when they put it on TV, it went from Rose saying that to Ashley saying, well, I was frustrated. I was frustrated because Chloe kept going on and on as if Ro was the benchmark. Okay. Now, like I said, that's what they put. Now, she could have said, yeah, I did say that. But the reason I said it is this. And they just cut the part out where she said, yes, I did say that. But for me, I was still trying to figure out, well, what's wrong with Ro being the benchmark? Because when you sat over there with Chloe, and even if you was getting frustrated, you still said it in a shady way. You did. But when you come talking to Ro, your tone was different. How you explained it was different. And I know everybody is on Chloe's head and y'all ain't seeing what she doing outside the show, and y'all ain't seeing this on the show. When Chloe came back and told Ro what Ashley said, that's how Ashley said it. Now, we don't know how she went back and told LaToya about the Precious situation, because LaToya says, well, the way Chloe brought it back to me was if Labrina was the only one that was talking. I don't know that conversation because they didn't show that to us. So I don't know how she went back and said it. But if she went back and said that Labrina was being messy in that scene, when they play it back, she was being messy. She was being messy when she was saying, oh yes, Precious, she's beautiful. Yes, that's messy. Okay? You were being messy. And when Chloe laughed and said, girl, why are you so loud? It gave two things. Girl, don't be saying it like that. Or, girl, you are crazy. Because even Labrina said when they were having that moment, she thought that she was just kikiing with her friend. Even if it was at the expense of somebody else. I know what y'all probably going to say. But she's saying that they were just kikiing because evidently that's just something that they would do, right? What confused me, and I noticed by the time they got to the therapy session, when the ladies were at the therapy session, I was like, I feel like LaToya is covering for Chloe. Because if you go back to when Chloe and Ro went to LaToya's silver dress, red lip event, and LaToya bring up the Precious situation, she says, you know, and yeah, she was talking about people that we love. She said, my friend overheard. That's how we first heard about it. She said, my friend overheard. Then when they show it, and in my review, I asked, how did that lady hear them in their way over there? And they're sitting at the table. You got people talking, music going, you know, silverware, hitting the plates and stuff like that. How did she hear that? Like, really, come on now. So then when she was asked again, she said, my friend overheard. Then it was my friend overheard and somebody told me. And then somebody also told my friend. Like, it kept changing. And I felt like, because even when she said at the table, and Rose like, well, what did she say about people that we love? And she said, then when she started explaining, you could see Chloe say, oh yeah, that. I was like, I think it's you. And even in the therapy session, when Rose said, well, who brought it back to you? She wouldn't say anything. She would not say anything. And I think that's what Chloe, I think that is what Chloe was talking about when she said, girl, when I tell you something, you don't go back and say who told you. You keep that close to the chest. Because that's what LaToya did. Now, when Ashley and Ro are saying, well, I was with Chloe when I said that I was going to ask Ashley, whatever, however it go, like Chloe knew what I was going to do. She probably did know, and y'all probably was together and all this and that. But to me, it is no different from how Ro felt when Chloe came back and said what she said, and then when she brought it up to Ashley is trying to figure out, okay, now what the way that you're coming to me about it, how did she say it? You know, like, how was it said? That's the same thing to me that Chloe was feeling when she went out there and called her on the phone, like, girl, what did you tell her? Okay, I'm looking at it like, okay, yeah, I did know all that. I did know that you was going to ask her. But the way that she was coming at me, I need to know, what did you say? Because if you said what you said, like you just going to ask her, why were they coming at me like that at the table? I can understand why the girl felt that way. When it comes to Labrina saying Chloe was messy and Chloe saying that Labrina is a mean girl, in that Precious situation, yeah, they were. I don't see, from going by what they show us on the show, I do not care about all that was left on the cutting room floor or what they doing. I don't care about that. From the first season to this one, Chloe don't seem no different to me. She always talking. She don't what they say, have some couth. She don't really be having that about herself. But I don't see, now in that situation, yes, Chloe and Labrina both were being messy. When it comes to being a mean girl, people will classify what Labrina did with the, yes, Precious, she's as being a mean girl. But do that change how I feel about Labrina? Do I feel like she's different? No, I feel like people don't like you when you are straight. Just, I don't care how you feel about it. This how I feel. This is what I'm going to say. You don't like it? Oh, well, I ain't changing it. I don't think people like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with it. I still like all the women on the show. Now, Elena, she alright. Because even when they said that one person probably wasn't coming back, I was hoping that it was Elena, that she was not coming back, because she really seemed like she didn't want to open up. And even for this season, she only there here and there. That's just like when they was on live and somebody in the comments said something like, why we only see Elena, or why does Elena show up like the first and the 15th or something. And it was funny because it was like a joke. Child, Monera read it, and here she got to be all specific. Girl, it was a joke. Okay? Like, stop. And Monera, she's a little frustrated about this editing, because it's like she said she did a lot. They taped a lot of scenes. She had a lot of dialogue, but they cut a lot of it out. And I would be mad too, because why y'all giving me a call time and I'm giving what I need to give, but you removing it? And that's one thing I do not like about OWN, is that a lot of good stuff get taken out and then is made a digital exclusive. For what? Just to put it in the freaking show. Y'all could have more episodes if you stop taking so much stuff out. Like, stop doing that. It's so irritating. But this last episode, for me, was a lot of people listening to respond. That frustrated me so bad. Listening to respond. They were getting on my nerves. And what was fun? It was funny. Okay, so it wasn't funny because, they were going back and forth, but it was funny because as they're at the dinner table going back and forth, Ashley asking Chloe, like, asking her about what she said to Rowan, and Chloe basically was over it. So as they're talking, Ro goes, wait a minute, what the F do you not understand? Because then, okay, and you called me, cuss me out about something. And I was like, Ro, wait. Because, Ro, do you not realize that you are literally cussing her out right now? But you mad that she called you and cussed you out. And it was people in the comments, they were like, okay, wait a minute, Ro, now, I like you. But you're saying, asking Chloe, how do you think, what would make you think that I will believe Ashley, and I just met her and I've been knowing you for 3 years? And they were like, well, you kind of believed Ashley when she came to you about what Chloe said, and it seems like she changed your mind to feel a certain way because of the way Ashley changed up the tone and the energy and all of that. They was like, so what's the difference? What is the difference with Chloe believing or feeling a way about what Ashley came back and said than how you did? Because, like, what's going on? And it's a lot of people, they don't see it for Ashley. They do not see it for her. And y'all know I be reading the comments down, and they don't see it for her. But I thought that was so funny that Ro was like literally cussing Chloe out, but she was mad that Chloe believed something, but it also cussed her out. I thought that was funny. And another part that was funny, as Ro is going in, like she going in, she is heated. Chloe gonna sit up there, and you know some people do. They have a nervous laugh, or they'll just laugh something off, and some people take it as being they don't care or they being nonchalant. And when Chloe was laughing, Chloe said, "Girl, shut up." I'm like, okay, I like this. I like that ain't nobody like bowing down or girl. I'm glad. Like, stick. If this how you feel, stick to it. Like, stick to it. And even when they was talking with Chloe at her event, and they were explaining about like what happened to Latoya, and she said something about, yeah, Ashley told me, and it was like, well, why did Ashley have to tell you? I don't understand why they didn't see it from Chloe's perspective. Yeah, y'all my friends, but at this time y'all were mad at me and I'm mad at y'all, so y'all really think I'm finna call y'all? But where Chloe messed up at, and where she dropped the ball as a friend, is when they told you what happened to Latoya, you should have been at her door. Not no text message, not no phone call. It should have been, girl, open this door. I know you mad at me, but open this door because they told me what happened to you. Open up, let me in right now. That's what should have happened. And I get that Chloe was saying, you know, I was sad, y'all just don't understand. And I think that she was saying that she was sad about what was happening to their friend group. Now, this is just me again going by what I'm seeing on the show. Even when it came to the situation about after, what was it, the therapy session or after the dinner with the thing that happened with Latoya. So after they finished that, I think that's when Latoya was crying, and Chloe said, girl, stop all that but crying. Me personally, I feel like Chloe was saying that because, okay, we just got out of this, and we know how Latoya is. You know, she just want everybody to be at peace, get along. And maybe Chloe thought that she was crying about that. And she was saying, girl, stop it, because basically, we good. We gonna work our way through this. If we don't, oh well, but everything gonna work itself out. I do not honestly think that Chloe knew that the girl was crying about it being her dad's birthday and this, that, and the other, and that's why she told her, because we have seen Chloe break out into tears about her husband. So now I'm not gonna think that that's why she told her to, girl, shit, stop all that crying. No, because even when they were over there and Ro was like, okay, we're done, we done talk about this, we can talk about this later, whatever. And so she was like, y'all want to talk about it no more? And she was like, no. And then this other lady walked up. She was like, hey, whatever her name is. And they started talking. And then Latoya still standing there. She's like, well, we'll talk about this later. Yes, Latoya, y'all just said that y'all don't want to talk about it anymore. Why you still standing there? But it's somebody else coming in. Y'all want to talk? Y'all don't want to talk? Okay, I'll talk to her. Like, what was that? I don't know. Like I said, the last episode gave me a lot of people were listening to respond. I did like the therapy session with Ro, Javon, and Sophia. I did like that. The season, I feel like they just wasted a season a little bit about the Not On My Level, and then this whole big Precious thing. I feel like that was just a waste of a season, and they probably had so much good material that they could have used, but it's like they're trying to, in my opinion, take the messy route when they don't have to. That's one of the reasons that is one of the reasons why a lot of people just now getting into the show, because even at the beginning of the second season, like 4 episodes in, people were still asking, is this a Carlos King production? Because you know how the people, 1, feel about OWN, and 2, how they feel about Carlos King. So that's another reason why people refuse to watch the show, because that's what they're thinking. And you constantly have to be in the comments like, no, this is not a Carlos King production, this is a Jesse Collins production, y'all don't have to worry about that. But when you're watching this season, it's like, ugh, yeah, I don't know. Y'all might want to go back to what y'all gave us in the first season, because Jesse Collins, production team, even the cast, if y'all don't know the history and the disdain that a lot of people have with OWN, you may want to move differently, because you keep on with the messy. And if the cast keep on trying to come at the viewers like they're slow, baby, they will stop watching. Ask Love and Marriage Huntsville. Ask them how they went from 1 million some views per episode to 500,000, and now down to like 180 some thousand, and it may go up to 275. Ask them. Because the people refuse to support a network and a production company who still employs a man who they don't see it for. They do not feel like he's a safe person, and that they just let him do whatever he wants to do. Somebody who threatened his ex-wife to put out revenge P, and it did not seem like the production company nor the network wanted to hold him accountable. And till this day, allegedly, he's still bothering his ex-wife. We saw him on the show scream and holler and spaz out and stand up over Miss Nell, and she told him to sit down. He told her to shut the F and all that. The people really don't see it for this show, for the show Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I don't think OWN would get rid of that show anytime soon, because that's their main show. It's really nothing else over there on OWN. Which, that's another story for another day, because I don't know why they tried to go the whole reality TV route when they really had it going on when it was scripted and reality. So, but yeah, like I said, another story for another day. But y'all get down in the comments. Let me know how y'all are feeling about Heart and Hustle Houston. And do you feel like they should have a reunion? I think a reunion would help fill in a lot of these questions that we have, but we will have to push for it. Like, you got to be in the comments on the Heart and Hustle Houston fan page, on OWN's page. Let them know, look, give us a reunion. Okay? But y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all later.